Jose, Matic back in training, we hear Valencia too, Sanchez may be available. Are they going to feature, and how much have you missed them?
I don't know, because today's still Friday and training Saturday, training Sunday, match Monday, decisions to be made Sunday. But yes, training with the team, Dalot also training for the team the first time this week. So in terms of medical department, they are almost free.
How difficult has this week been, or what has it been easier because the players have been more motivated in the wake of the Brighton game?
I think difficult is after the match you lose. It's always difficult, especially for people that really cares about the job, about being a football professional. But after that, you think about the next match. You do the same when you win. When you win, you have to move on, and you have to focus on what next. Imagine when you lose, you have to do even more.
There's been a lot of background noise in response about yourself, about Ed Woodward, about some of your players.
Yeah, but don't ask me, because I don't read. I don't know 10% of what is written. I don't know 10% of what is coming on the TV screens. So I'm not the right guy to answer to it.
Do you feel like perhaps though that if there is so much talk, there might be a bit of an overreaction to a defeat in your second game?
The what?
Do you think it might be a bit of an overreaction, all this talk, even if you've not seen it?
You are pessimistic. I'm not.
You always spoke with great respect about Ed Woodward, your executive vice chairman. I imagine the relationship with him is fine.
Of course.
No problem at all.
No.
Jose, when Paul Pogba comes out and says the attitude wasn't right after a game like Brighton, how does that make you feel as a manager, that you've got this brilliant player that can be exceptional one week and the next week so inconsistent?
Paul has to answer by his words. If you want any explanation about Paul's words, you must get him and ask him.
How do you feel things are in terms of the way you're playing this season?
How do I feel?
How do you feel?
I feel we played well against Leicester and we won. I felt we played bad against Brighton and we lost.
What would you like to see from the players, and what would you like to see against Spurs then? You've got a great opportunity.
I would like to play well and win.
How do you do that after the Brighton game? Do you get them all right again?
It's to play well and win. Don't make mistakes. Play well and win. That's what we want.
Jose, do you think Eric Bailly and Victor Lindelof have progressed the way you hoped they would have so far in their career here?
I don't analyse with you my players.
What about Spurs, Jose? How impressed are you with them, with Pochettino, the way they are going about their business?
I'm not going to comment.
Spurs games are always tight affairs. Is this the right game at the right time?
You have to play against 19 opponents at Tott3nham and 19 opponents away. You have to play against everyone. I don't know never when is the right time. Is the time. Is now. The fixtures were decided this way, and we have to play Tottenham Hotspurs in the second match at Old Trafford before we go away. If I'm not wrong, we go away twice in a row against Burnley and Watford. This is what it is, and of course difficult match. Of course against a team that last season finished top 4, so difficult match.
Well, there you go. First part of Jose's meeting with the media there. If you're wondering what's happened to the second section, don't worry, you've not missed it, but it's embargoed until 10:30 p.m. on Sunday evening, when we'll bring you the press conference in full and uncut. For now, though, Quinton Fortune joins me here in the MUTV studio at Old Trafford. It was fairly clear there the manager didn't want to give the media anything after they've spent the week basically slaughtering this club.
I know, you can see the frustration on his face and in his comments. He's not giving much away, and rightly so, because some of the stuff that has been said, it's probably hurt him a little bit. And of course, it hurt me because they lost against Brighton, and the way we played, I don't think it was the best. But not even because the Brighton game, even when we beat Leicester at home, I don't think we played that well, but we got the result. Unfortunately, we made too many mistakes against Brighton. And as you mentioned before, like we was watching the second half, I was hoping, you know, things would happen, but it didn't happen. But we need to be unbelievable. There needs to be an unbelievable improvement if we're going to beat Tottenham on Monday night.
Yeah. The good news that we got from the manager there was that the squad is looking stronger. He mentioned Matic and Sanchez and Valencia coming back into training, and for the first time, Diogo Dalot, the Portuguese signing, the right back, the teenager, back training with the teams. I wonder when we're going to see him. He hasn't really had a pre-season. I don't know how long it'll take, but it's great that pretty much everybody's back.
Well, the manager's an option now where they, like I said, where they brings in Matic, I think Herrera, that you mentioned as well. So there's enough, even before those players, there was enough quality there for me to win the game against Brighton. But it gives him options now. Obviously, trust Matic because he's known him for a couple of years, and when he plays in that role, just in front of the back four, he's got the experience and it helps, like Paul Pogba. But look, whoever plays on Monday night, we're going to have to make sure we play well, first of all, and trying to win the game. Against
the Tottenham side, who have been so consistent over the last few years, are they generally in the mix for the title this year?
Yeah.
Top four, definitely, but title?
Title, I would definitely say, because this group of players, when you look at Stuart, they've been together for the last couple of years and know each other's game. They haven't brought in any new players, but I watched the result at Wembley the other day when Lucas Moura scored a fantastic goal. He's starting to improve now. He's starting to settle in, and they're going to be a tough team. Ericsson just playing in the hole there, and Dele Alli has had a wonderful World Cup. So Trippier scored a fantastic free kick. So we have to be on our toes, and of course Kane
scored in August, which is a miracle. So, but of course they made no signings, famously. But crucially, they didn't sell anybody they didn't want to sell. They kept all their big names.
It shows you which direction Tottenham's going, and the strength of the club. Good manager, good structure. Everything seemed to be going well for Tottenham. And like I said, they've been together for the last few years, so these players know each other's game. So like I said, it's going to be a tough game, but we can beat Tottenham. We've got the quality, and like I said, but we need to improve on the last performance. And as you mentioned before, now you can't control the last game. Now it's about the character and what we do the next couple of days in preparation. And players now have the opportunity to put it right.
Have you been surprised by the reaction since the Brighton game? People seem to have lost their minds. We've had 2 games. That's it. 2 games.
Sure, I don't think it's because of the result. I think the way we lost. I think if we were hitting the post and it was crosses, we weren't seeing that. I think Lukaku had 1 or 2 chances, but you weren't seeing the slick passes. You weren't seeing the last 5 minutes we bombarding their goal and chances are missed. I think that's the frustration, and that's what people, fans and everyone's probably confused, because we want to see that. We know the players are capable of that. Of course, we want to see Paul Pogba in the form he's been in the World Cup. So when people don't see that, that's where all the reaction comes from, and the frustration. And it doesn't help when our noisy neighbours are doing well and the other red team are doing well. So that's where all the frustration are coming from.
Yeah, so would you expect then this reaction here at Old Trafford on Monday night? We're under the lights, crowd know that the club has been up against it in terms of the media in the last week. Would you expect everyone to pull together on Monday night out here?
The fans will always do their part. It's down to the players and the staff now. The players are the ones that need to get the fans going, and that comes down to the way you prepare the last couple of days, the preparation, and that desire of making sure on Monday night you give everything, you compete. We didn't compete. That was for me and my personally the frustrating part, because we were second to every ball. Against Tottenham, you want to make life a nightmare for them. And then I'm sure with the ability and the talent we have, we'll take care of itself. But we need to make sure you do your job properly and don't allow Tottenham to come and have a field day.
Yeah, Tottenham have won their first couple of games, but United have a great record against Tottenham Old Trafford. Won the last 4 against Tottenham here without conceding. The last 3 of them have been 1-0. Remember a tight game last year. Anthony Martial came off the bench, scored in the last 10 minutes. 1-0. Tight games, but we tend to do very well against them here at Old Trafford.
Exactly. I mean, Tottenham know when they come to Old Trafford, it's not an easy place to come. So, but the way we're playing at the moment doesn't help. So, like I said, we need to improve. The record shows the last couple of years we've been in good shape against Tottenham, but that's history.